When I wake up in the morning, I got sunshine on my mind. My body gets to moving, and I've got a little time. 20 extra minutes, but 5 is all I need. We could do the quick and dirty and catch some more Z's. Ooh, I got that fire, got that fever in my bones. Ooh, I got that feeling, my hands just start to roam. Wake up with that woody, and I can't control my hands. Thinking out it out, and I grab that old kickstand.
Welcome to another edition of the Morning Wood Show. I am one of your hosts, Richie Sky, and this is...
I am DeMar Maurice Bouvier.
Or Cheetah Rivera.
Really? Welcome back to the Morning Wood Show. We are fresh back from New York City. Well, I don't know about fresh because I am tired. I'm beat like a slave.
I'm a little tired. I think I'm more dazed because I feel like it was just a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Whirlwind.
But we have a lot of people to thank, for New York. We want to shout out to Dimitri, who is our fill-in assistant for the weekend. Shout out to Dimitri Davis. You did a great job. He took some video shots of us just doing different things, so we're going to put that together for you all. Shout out to Kim, my friend. Miss Kim is fierce at Twitter, so you want to follow her.
She's awesome.
Kimberly Michelle, she's a character just all by herself. I think that...
Speaking of characters, you can't forget Mr.
We cannot forget Darrell Keith, I before E, Harris, who hosted the show that we were on, Finding Wisdom, and Finding Wisdom with Linda Singh. So just shout out to everybody who was involved with that.
And Valerie.
Valerie Renee Campbell.
Yes.
The Valerie Renee Campbell. We got to shout you out.
Charles.
Oh, yes, Charles. Charles Baba T. Williams. It's Baba T, isn't it, Charles?
I mean, I don't know. But Charles, you let us know what it is because we want to get it right.
Well,
thank you regardless.
Thank you for what you did for us to make our stay in New York memorable. We will never forget that experience in New York. But New York was great. Some things really exciting happened there, and actually, I'll be going back to New York really, really soon. I'm not sure if I can talk about it yet, but
he has a great opportunity. So
I don't know how these things work, so I won't talk about it right now. You'll find out soon enough. So that'll give you
salacious. That
gives you reason to come back and watch the show again next week to find out what I went back to New York to see and do.
Yep. But you know what? Speaking of, we got good news this week, and we got some not so good news this week.
Yeah.
And this was somebody gave us some feedback, and they they sent it to us. Well, really him.
Yes.
And I just heard about it just now, so I'm kind of in shock. So I'm just gonna let him read it to you verbatim, so we can just address it and move on real quick because we got some big things to talk about.
It's minor, just in life you're gonna have some major things, you're gonna have some minor things, and this is just something minor that came to me through one of our social mediums. Yes, and it says, "You guys are too black for me. Is that all you talk about? Is black? By the way, Obama is only half black." And you blacks keep forgetting that he's half white. That's the part that got him in the White House. And as for his wife, she's the worst. She don't speak well. Her clothes look like she dresses from Walmart. And she has no class. And they will not be in after this term. And sometimes you see stuff like that and you get upset. But I laugh because you know what that means? That means he watched the Morning Wood Show.
Bam!
So... Sir, thank you for your critique. Thank you for your opinions. But most importantly, thank you for watching the Morning Wood Show. And we know you're going to keep watching because you want to find out if we're going to keep talking about being black.
Because are we really black? You don't know that, sir.
So, but anyway, shout out to you. If you're watching again, thank you for that feedback.
Cheers.
Black
Mazel.
power. Let's move on with the show.
We gotta move on to one of the biggest stories that's going on right now. And guess what? She's not black.
She's not black.
It's Madonna. So I think we all know that she is going to be performing at the Super Bowl this coming up weekend. So I, for one, am really excited about it. She's been releasing teasers for this new single that she's got with Nicki Minaj and MIA. Really excited about that. She released this album cover that is muy caliente.
Okay, come on. Let's get to the mess.
Look, I gotta give it to her though.
Let's get to the mess. I specialize in
so
mess.
Here is the little bit
all that.
Here's a little bit of messiness that's going on with Madonna. So apparently, in a lot of her interviews lately, she's been, kind of giving it to, some of the other divas that are out there, particularly Miss Janet, if you're nasty.
Now, Madonna is cool. I love Madonna. She's an icon. It is what it is. And I'm like, is this your attempt to stay relevant? I mean, you don't have to come for another person who's on your level just because you're trying to stay relevant. You bringing up something about the Super Bowl that happened how many years ago?
Years ago.
Janet showed her titty. So what? Madonna, we don't want to see your titty.
Well, we've kind of already seen it.
We've seen your titty. We've seen your snatch. We've seen everything you got. You want to sit here and talk about Janet because of her showing her titty at the Super Bowl. So what? I mean, who cares? I'm going to show my titty.
Oh! This is a kid-friendly show.
Now, back to what you had to say.
Why do they call it snatch?
Me pull my titty out on the show.
Why do they call it snatch? Sorry. Anyway, here's what I got to say about that situation. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where it's not really a reason to bring up past Super Bowl.
No, just go up there and do what you're gonna do.
I'm a big fan of Madonna, so just do what you gotta do.
Right, express yourself. Do that. But she's been coming for a lot of people. Like she let Lady Gaga have it. Now
she did.
She let Lady Gaga have it.
I'm a big Gaga fan too. So dang, it was.
But that was classic.
She said this is, and I quote, it was reductive. She did it just like that, I swear.
And then she said, look it up.
But you gotta give it to her. I mean, only Madonna can say that though and get away with it.
Only Madonna
can say that.
Yeah.
For real.
So, hey, we gotta stop. We gotta start over.
Wow.
She didn't say reductive.
She did say reductive.
She didn't.
I saw the thing. I saw she said reductive. We're not starting this over either. He think I'm wrong. Fact check. Do some fact checking while I sip on this.
If she said reductive or if it was something else. But I guess we're not going to stop.
I guarantee it was reductive.
Not going to stop.
I don't know why you don't believe me.
Because you're drinking again. You're drinking.
Anyway, we got to move on because really what we missed this past weekend was Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we had to catch up on it.
Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I had to pull out some glitter. I wanted some glitter where I could talk about these girls from Atlanta. When I tell you the talls versus the smalls is wearing me out. I mean, from the time they arrived at the airport, it's just like, it is on. Let's fight. We are going to wardrobe you girls down.
It's Marlo. It's really Marlo. That's what at the end of the day, it's Marlo and her annoying self.
It's Marlo, but I'm just like, if you're gonna travel, just the way that they're dressing versus the way that Candy and I was about to say Sophia. Candy.
Who is Sophia?
What's the girl's name?
You talking about Phaedra?
The color purple. Phaedra. Why do I want to call Phaedra Sophia?
They don't look alike either.
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay.
Candy, Phaedra, and Sheree. I mean, they're dressed like they're in Miami. I mean, like, really. Yeah, you're on vacation, but you're still on television. You don't pull out your...
Well, really, I mean, are you going to be traveling on a safari in your high heels, your Versace's?
If you're fabulous, you are. If you're fabulous, you will pull out your sequence.
That ain't real.
For the Morning Wood Show. But anyway, this whole thing with Marlo, I mean, I'm a fan of Marlo's, but Marlo has gone to the left with these etiquette lessons throughout this trip. I'm like, really? Really? I'm sure that it's not proper etiquette to throw your etiquette around. I'm like, and you're reading a book. So that lets us know right now, you're reading a book just to educate yourself on how to have the proper etiquette. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. You don't have to open up a book. You'll know right from wrong if that's the way you rolling. So and I'm rolling my neck because I don't like that. So, I mean, tell us about the etiquette in jail. How about that? What was the etiquette like in jail? So, I mean, she's killing me.
I mean, there are lots of people who are in jail.
I mean, but I'm saying.
So we don't want to hate on our jailed brethren and sisters. Because I'm sure they're watching too. Happy Morning Wood.
If you're watching the Morning Wood show, let us know.
Send us
me
an
a
email.
Picture. You always
his phone number is. His phone number is.
You always play it safe. You want emails, I want pictures.
That's okay. But what I wanted to say was that fight betwixt the two of them was just so unnecessary. Like, why are you mad?
But
you didn't get invited.
Because you didn't get invited.
Bitch, you weren't even invited on the show. I mean, I did.
You did. Sorry. But you wasn't invited to the trip, Marlo. So naturally, you wouldn't be invited to the party. But you went hard. You went hard. But I'm so glad Sheree came for your townhouse. Because that episode of your townhouse, I was just like, really, girl? You got plates on the wall? Really? This is a townhouse.
You don't have plates on your wall.
No, I don't have plates on my wall. My plates are in the cabinet where they belong. And I'm just like, y'all remember, I don't know if somebody's watching from Richmond. Actually, I do know you're watching from Richmond. But you know how people used to get a Honda Accord and they used to kit it up? They used to take the extra bumpers and the extra spoilers. That's how I feel about Marlo's townhouse. She got a kitted out townhouse with a chef. Girl, really? Really?
I got a chef.
Chef Boyardee. So I'm just like, I'm a fan of Marlo's, but Marlo really went there when she used the F word. I mean, it was really offensive for our community.
I can't even say that word, to be honest with you, because I used to hear it when I was younger, so it's something that I would never repeat.
But I mean, she went there. She said that's why Sheree couldn't find a man, because she was hanging out with people like us. So Marlo, that wasn't good. You need to apologize. I expect an apology on the reunion show. Okay?
I expect it now. Actually, she ought to apologize to me every time she see me.
And she would see you where?
On the Morning Wood show.
Anyway, it was the show was completely bonkers.
Bananas. Speaking of bananas and speaking of drag queens,
RuPaul's Drag Race is back. Oh my God. I had to watch it really, really quickly just so that I could talk about it because I love the show. And I just must say, ever since Tyra Sanchez won, I have not seen anybody on the show that compares to Tyra Sanchez. Yes, I'm kissing up to Tyra Sanchez, but it is what it is. The cast for this season is a mess. It's just a mess. And I'm like,
I haven't seen it, so
who's doing the casting? We have some beautiful drag queens here in DC that should be on the show. Come on, Ru. It's time to put DC on the show. I mean, you get my girl Riley Knox, a.k.a.
Matter of fact,
Epiphany
we gonna
Lee.
get Riley Knox.
We gonna get Riley Knox, and she gonna do her RuPaul Drag Race right here on the show.
It's gonna be the Morning Wood Drag Race.
It's time for DC to get on that show. This season is a mess, and but there's this one little Puerto Rican drag queen on there, and I can get hood sometimes, but I love a girl that can pop her coochie. I mean,
the word is snatch.
Well, pop her snatch, pop her coochie. She was like, bam, 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 bam. I live for it. It just took me all the way back to Richmond. And
this is a family show.
Keep watching this show. We're going to keep talking about RuPaul's show because I'm sure it's going to get exciting at some point once we weed out the dragons and find out who are the real drag queens.
Oh, and speaking of performers, first off, I got to once again shout out Etta James. She had her funeral just recently, and so offer condolences to the family.
That do not know you.
But they will soon. They will soon. I'm speaking it into existence. And rest in peace, Etta James. But we want to talk about...
More importantly.
We want to talk about Christina Aguilera, who I think was an appropriate choice to sing at, the memorial. Appropriate
or not, her titties were very inappropriate.
And this is my argument. I'm sure there were plenty of other boobs there that would get you some spotlight, but they just weren't featured on film or on photo. Come on.
Now, look. I don't know where the funeral was, but I'm assuming it was at a church.
How else was she supposed to go?
People have funerals in reception halls.
No, I'm saying, how else was she supposed to come dressed?
You don't come to someone's funeral with your titties out and you're on the program to sing. Had she been at a Baptist church in Richmond, Virginia, they would have given her a maroon and cream
All
robe.
roads lead back to Richmond for you.
All roads lead back to Richmond. Shout out to Richmond. But she would have been singing in a robe. As soon as she stepped out the car, a church mother would have been like, sweetie, here's your robe.
Sweetheart.
And if you're planning on being on this program, you will wear this robe. I mean, to me, it was disrespectful. I couldn't even listen to her sing at last. And when she was done, I was just like, okay.
Because you were so enthralled.
I was so enthralled by her boobies. I mean, come on, get it together. It's leave Hollywood for Hollywood. You know, show some respect when you're at a service and someone has passed away.
Forget that. Shout out to Christina, who will be back with The Voice right after the Super Bowl. Shout out.
Okay. Is that? Are you done?
You know what? I like Christina.
I like her too, but I mean, it's not that I don't like her, but it's just, you know, come on, show some respect. But anyway, thank you for watching The Morning Wood Show once again. And once again, keep watching, keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing. Stay tuned for more. The Morning Wood Show.
We
love
back.
you. Mwah.
Peace. Thank you for watching The Morning Wood Show. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.
What's up now? Got wood, got wood, got wood. Got wood, got wood, got wood. Wake up in the morning and I'm feeling like a Mac. I can hit a home run cause it's like a ball bat. Hard as a rock but my body still sleep. Rub it out till it's done. When I'm done I'm all geek. Feel it fresh, feel it under my thumb. Feel it in the morning, feel it when I come out of the bed, rolling with the sunshine. Look what that is, can't wait till next time. Monday morning, start with a bang. Explosions in my hand, then I let it all hang. Loose, let it drop, then I grab my clothes. I'm jumping off the bed, feeling fresh, let's go. Get in, let it swim, throw the towel in. Feeling good about the wood, good wood is not a sin.